Hello, this is Ada programming language news for January 23 year, and I will start with result of create of their year competition. Adaco announced the winner of last year competition, and there is three prizes. First is Spark, programming library for cryptographic algorithm, and another prize is a tool that helps make your Ada code better by searching some pattern of code. And third prize is for embedded. It's related to AVR support. AVR is kind of embedded processor, very teeny comparing to such ARM or RISC. But anyway, with this work, everybody can program AVR processors in Ada. Congratulations to the winners. And speaking about AVR, we have also an interesting news. Some guy released tutorial document as a PDF format or OpenOffice document. In this 80 pages document, author describes how to set up, configure, and use tools to work with AVR processor and Ada. The document includes tools configurations such as Visual Studio and Alire tools, cross-compiler, how to set up environment, and what kind of hardware you need to do this. It's nice and detailed document, and if you're interested in AVR microcontrollers, you're welcome to download and read it. And speaking about contribution to documentation and tutorials, we have another news about short introduction for GtkAda development. This is 11 minutes video. Will show you how to set up the GtkAda and how to compile, initialize the project with Alire, how to set up dependency on GtkAda, and how to import this, open this in Visual Studio Code with corresponding Ada extension, how to build, and then author shows trivial GtkAda application written from scratch, and very nice video, very good quality, I would say. I suggest you to see. I will put the link under this video on YouTube, so you can find it. And Returning to Ada core blog, we have a post about Ada logo. Here the Ada core put the Ada logo for public domain license and encourages people to use this for their own project, and to help people with this, they introduced Ada logo editor, a small website when you can customize the logo with some additional text, and you can choose the color, frame, position, and the size of the additional text. Export this result as SVG or PNG format, and I see that people like this logo and use this in their project somewhere on web. So if you need a logo, you are welcome to reuse this, and this way we'll have a consistent logo over Ada project. Now I would like to speak about released, and the first release in this January I would say about is integration Ada in Visual Studio 22. It's not Visual Studio Code, it's just Visual Studio ID, and I didn't this to try, but if you have Visual Studio and would like to use Ada, please tell us in the comment how does it work for you. Another release is GNU Emacs Mod. Stefan released this new version of this mod, and it's very capable tool that could use several backends to understand Ada, to navigate. These backends include Ada language server or three-seaters parser. We spoke about this in a previous video. Also, if you have some feedback, please leave this as a comment. It would be interesting to find what people use and how do you like this. If you look in something to read about Ada, I would suggest you to download Ada user journal from online archive. They publish the issues as PDF documents with lag of 3 issues, and volume 42 is available to download. This issue has about 80 pages, and half of them is digest of the news. Unfortunately, they not very up to date for now, because it's for 2021 year. But the issue has several articles that still interesting to read. For instance, Ember is a robotics library in Spark made for Thales Alire Space, and it's supposed to replace COTY with more safe and more secure the code is expected to work with this robotic arm after made a performance test and compare it to C++ version, and the result is mostly the same in terms of performance. They promised to publish it as open source license at the end of 21st year, but I searched and didn't find it. Maybe you know where it would be interesting to see the actual code. Other articles is about, for instance, this one is about connecting CPU with high-speed interfaces in many core systems. One of the systems is Epiphany. I have this processor in a parallel board, and it's interesting for me to try Ada on this CPU, because authors did experiment with this board. This means they have working compiler. Last time I looked at it, they use GCC, so it would be possible to enable Ada and program this. There are also several interesting articles, for instance, to integrate Ada in non-Ada systems. In this case, this is model 2 host language, and authors used reduced runtime for Ada for some reasons, and they describe how to work with this reduced runtime. Also interesting stuff. Other articles is about static analysis in different languages, when the author says that Python and C++ use static analysis more for finding bugs, while the Ada uses to measure metrics on Ada code and follow guidelines. It's interesting to read also. Jean-Pierre Rosen published his comparison between ACIS library and libadalang, and highlight the pros and cons of each library. Nice article also from my point of view. So I advise you to download the PDF and read it. At the end of the video, I would like to say that people not concerned about coding, but have some other nice activities, such as cosplaying Ada, Lady Ada. This all for me. For this digest. Please subscribe the channel, and see you later.